Hello and welcome back to Build Propulsion Lab at Devoxx France 2024, day 3, one of the last interviews of this amazing 3 days event is we no other than Antonio, the organizer of Devoxx France. This is very meta of us. So Antonio, thank you very much for inviting the Build Propulsion Lab to Devoxx France. It was absolutely awesome.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. You know, you sent us an email saying, can we come? I think the first question was, what do we have to do for you? You said nothing. That's when we love you. You said, just, I bring all my stuff. Don't worry. I bring all my cameras, everything. We will do the content. You don't have to do anything. Just sit down on a nice couch.
And relax.
And here I am sitting on a nice
So
couch.
I'm nowhere near as how should I say, glorious organizer of events like you are, but I've been like around organizers a month or two, so I know how busy you are, and we just wanted to make it as easy as possible for you. Speaking about how busy you are, this was amazing. First of all, I think the students surpassed the teacher. You are now bigger than Devoxx Belgium.
Yes, we are. Stefan, sorry for that. Well, you know, if you don't know the story of Devoxx France, it was like plenty of cases, actually. I started the Paris Java user group 16, 17 years ago. There was a bunch of friends with a couple of pizza, and we used to meet once a month, and we grew. We were doing the Paris Jug anniversary. Every year, a bigger event. And we reached 800 people for the 4th anniversary. And so I think we could grow more and do a real conference in Paris. And instead of creating my own little conference, I went to see Stefan Jensen, who was already a friend of mine. And I said, Stefan, Devoxx is amazing. We've been here for years. I think my first Devoxx was 2005. Why not having Devoxx France? And we were actually the first Devoxx outside of Belgium. And,
you started the franchise.
Yeah. And we started small, 1,500 people for 3 days.
Oh my God.
3 years after we came to this venue, we rented one floor, 3,200 people, while Belgium was 3,500. And last year we went, hey, by the way, this venue has 3 floors. Let's take an extra floor. So this year we are 4,500.
2 floors, so there is still space to grow.
We have to finish, you have to end this cycle of bigger, better, new.
Oh no, you just fill the entire Palais de Congrès and then you call it a day, not before. You cannot give up on 2 floors and say, well, we don't want the 3rd floor. Of course you want it.
I'm going to think about it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And they do the renovations for you, so it will be like even better. But no, there is no reason not to. Yeah, no, but truly amazing. The speakers. Now, I obviously sit here all the time, so I didn't go to any sessions, but the speakers come to me. So I have a very interesting digest of the content, and what strikes me is how diverse it is.
Yeah.
Right, and the audience talks about rare earth minerals in a Java conference, right? And that was very interesting. Obviously, it has a lot to do with technology and the stuff that we are using, overusing, shouldn't use the other way around, and this kind of stuff. Obviously, a big highlight on diversity as well, women in tech, accessibility for people with disabilities.
Yeah.
That is very important stuff that we not usually get a lot in technical conferences, and that was very well represented as well. And obviously all the tech, right? But it's Java, it's other languages, it's AI. We had great conversations about that as well. So I feel that the program, although I didn't went to it, but from what I got here, the digest of it, it was very, very interesting and diverse.
I think, each Devoxx does whatever they want. We don't copy paste Devoxx Belgium. So we did a bit of copy pasting. We have several formats. We have the lunch talks, 15 minutes. We try to have as many non, how should I say,
Classic
non-classic,
Java.
yeah. So we
Talks.
try to have what we call young blood, people who haven't spoken at any conference. So that's, we had 52 lunch talks. So we are talking about roughly 50 speakers who haven't ever talked in conferences. Then we have 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 3 hours, labs. And yeah, it's true that since day one, since the first edition, we, I think we love the TED talks, and we copied a little bit TED. So our keynotes are 20 minutes, non-technical, so you will not see a slide with Java code. Always slightly related to tech or
Technology,
not.
of course.
You were talking about the minerals. So, and for all this content, this year we have nearly 300 talks, all the formats included. We had 1,200 propositions.
Yeah, no, that's another
Yeah.
absolutely insane thing.
So we have another separate team. I've never voted on the call for paper.
Oh, so
no, never.
So that's all for nothing. Okay, I just go. Why do I do that if you cannot get me accepted to Devoxx Friends?
Because yeah, sorry about that. Don't ping me, ping the
Bring
team.
him. I will
But
interview him instead.
we really wanted to have a
Absolutely.
separate,
This is the separation of state and
Yeah,
church,
yeah,
right? This is what we're
exactly.
talking about. This is how it should be.
Exactly.
And this is obviously, jokes aside, this is exactly how it should be.
Yeah.
And yeah, so kudos to your program committee. They did an amazing job.
Amazing.
And as speakers, as people who propose, we have the visibility in the platform on what's going on, so everybody can see how many submissions there are for different formats, which is brilliant, by the way, because it allows me to see, okay, 45 minutes, everybody submit 45 minutes. I
Yeah.
have no chance because the competition is huge.
Yeah.
But there is a different format
Yeah.
that are actually not a lot of people, and I have a better chance there. So this is brilliant that we have this visibility. But it also shows us the sheer volume of the applications. It's so many. So the work of the program committee is
Huge.
Yeah.
But the program committee is about 20 people. Most of them vote on 1,200 talks.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
we have a separate team, smaller, that concentrates only on the keynotes. I'm actually part of that team because I like this TED
so I do
format.
like you.
No,
I do like you
yeah,
for the
but
keynotes.
you can't
Okay.
you can't talk about tech.
You know what? I'm fine.
Good.
We need to have a talk offline.
And then one team for the call for paper, one team for the keynote, and one amazing team that we call the Red Coat team. And we are nearly 45 this year. Again,
Volunteers?
yeah, volunteers.
Beautiful.
Most of them old friends coming from tech, and amazingly young blood every year.
This is great.
And you were talking about diversity and everything. When we started the Paris Jug, that was 17 years ago, barely any woman.
Yep.
The first Devoxx was 13 years ago. Yeah, a few women speakers. Our Red Coat team now today is a third woman and 2/3 men, coming from our 17 years old history.
Yeah.
So and young people too. This year there's even my daughter, because now she's an adult and she can come and
It's
work.
a trend. Stephen Sheen and Cassandra.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
true.
yeah. There you
So
go.
now the kids are coming along.
Oh yeah.
So
Real old. This is all I can say.
Devoxx France, 4,500 attendees, but behind the scene to make that work. And thanks, we have a lot of positive feedback, so I can say for a huge success. It's not me, it's
Oh
them
yeah, no,
saying.
absolutely, for sure.
There's a huge team behind. so many nice people to work with. To work, it's not even work. To have fun with. To
Yeah,
be
yeah,
honest.
yeah. Of course, of course. But it's also a lot of hard work. Organizing such
Yeah.
an event, it's a tremendous
But
undertaking.
you know what's amazing is me included. On Monday, I go back to my IDE. That's
Yep,
my job.
yep,
I'm a
yep,
developer.
yep. It's
We,
all volunteering.
everybody here, all these developers with red coats, they are here doing a job that they don't know, event manager, you know. And Monday they go back to the IDE. They are very happy to be here. But I think we are also happy Monday to go back to our peace and quiet environment, computer,
You can
IDE.
sleep, a little bit
Yeah.
less people.
I have 3 kids, not a lot
No,
of
no,
sleeping.
not a lot of sleep anyway. So yeah, the conference is nothing, right? It's just another day in the office. Antonio, it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure hosting you. It was a pleasure being here. It was a pleasure to attend yet another Devoxx Friends. Thank you very much for doing that.
See
Thank you
you
very much
next
for
year.
doing that. Fingers crossed. Think we will be here next week, next year doing that. And in the meanwhile, while this Devoxx is winding down, as I mentioned with our interview with Steven, there are a lot of Devoxx events around.
Yep.
There are a lot of Vox days,
Yeah.
which are just here like an hour train ride, and they are one-day events,
Yeah.
also with great content. And there are obviously Devoxx Greece and Devoxx France and Devoxx UK
in May.
in May,
Yeah.
and it's just across the channel.
Yeah.
It's like what, 2 hours right away. Definitely check out more Devoxx events near you. Antonio, thank you so much.
Thanks
And
for having me.
we're not done yet. We will probably have a couple more interviews. So stay tuned. And if not, we will see you in actually Devoxx UK. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye, everyone.